When this 911 burst onto the scene in 2015, it was by far the most extreme road-going Porsche of modern times. The GT3 RS came following rumours, patent leaks, the toy model makers spilling the aero secrets, and then finally making its debut at the Geneva Motor Show. I remember the hype. Car collectors and celebrity petrol heads were fighting for limited build slots, residuals were soaring, mere mortal customers were shown the door, and the legend of the GT3 RS was established. Few were made, few were seen on the road, and my only chances of looking at one would have been behind a glass window or displayed on some collector's pedestal. How my fortunes have changed, because guys, I really do have the key for the day. The lovely people at Porsche Centre Chester are so accommodating. I mean, all Porsche centres have courtesy cars, but not like this. So what makes this GT3 RS special? Well, it's not so much its race car looks or its massive amount of power, it's more about the details. Details like the aerodynamics. See these ducts? They feed cool air directly into the wheel arch, but high pressure air in the wheel arch is air you don't want, so the wheel spokes are designed like rotors to fan air outwards, sucking it out of the arches. That reduces not just drag but also lift, as do these vents in the wings, which effectively double up on that downforce. The other vents in the front that would have been used for brake cooling can instead direct fast moving air to the underbody, creating a low pressure area which creates even more downforce. The wider sills create a larger underfloor area for the same purpose, as does that rear diffuser. The rear wing balances the whole system, giving a total downforce of about 200 kilograms at 100 miles per hour. And so it goes on. Aluminium structure, magnesium roof, composite body panels, active rear steer, every detail leads to 100 other things, all of which offer tiny percent improvements of performance and handling, and added together they represent a big step change over all of the lesser 911 models. When I'm trying to describe this level of detailed engineering, it's hard to know where to begin and where to end. And out on the road, it's immediately clear that this GT3 RS is different. It feels like it's the most tactile, the most focused, the most aggressive 911 I've ever had my hands on. You may think driving the GT3 RS on public roads is going to be like putting stones in a washing machine. Well, here comes a revelation. Given the extreme suspension setup, that race car derived 4-litre 500 brake horsepower motor, the high aerodynamic downforce, and the removal of almost 150 kilograms of weight, I'm incredulous to find that pootling around these roads is actually okay. The weight-saving thin glass and deleted sound deadening makes the cabin loud, gravel rattles in the wheel arches as you pull away, and the massive tyres get noisy, especially on the way to away, but it's actually okay. We can't expect it to feel anything like a Panamera. I mean, looking like it does and coming with race-derived bucket seats, that would be disappointing, but the way this Porsche is so thoroughly engineered and solidly screwed together, you can go about your business in the RS just about anywhere you choose.
Banana milkshake, please. Thank you. Bye.
So that was just my service advisor calling me and saying my screen washer is now filled, and he said something about urgent and his job, and so I think we'll need to get a move on with our road test. I imagine on the right road and in the right conditions this 911 will be unbeatable, and even today in our average British summer's weather this car remains remarkably secure. We should give thanks those Porsche engineers bestowed our RS with the very latest technological driving aids, especially that traction control. So, is it time to test those driving aids against the might of this power unit and try out some fast laps here at our local racetrack? Well, that would be a bit too cheeky, so instead, why don't we just try a 0 to 60 run? So what we do is focus one's mind. Reassure yourself that you're a good enough driver to keep it on the road, hold that wheel tight, and mash that pedal. Those massive rear tyres lose grip momentarily, the rear end switches to the side, the forest air is filled with the sound of a raging race engine, and you feel alive. 0 to 60 takes just 3.2 seconds. Even more eye-openingly, 0 to 120 miles an hour comes up in just 10 seconds. So you'll drive this fast with your eyes wide open, sensors 100% and reactions on full alert. This is a savage machine while also being your friend. It screams its race car intent while its driver aids discreetly keep you on the straight and narrow. Brutal engine power is intoxicating, however, this traction control is the real voodoo here. As is the lightness. Porsche's little by little, detail by detail approach makes an absurdly agile car which drives on the road better than anything else I've ever sampled. It's no surprise to find that the expert concurred that this was at the time the very best driver's car available. And today the GT3 RS remains a prince among pawns. For many drivers, the less extreme GT3 is plenty, but for those who want the most extreme performance, the most dynamic handling and serious track day bragging rights, the RS is the real deal. It's far from practical and maybe too extreme for some, but for the lucky next owner, this is one hell of a driver's car. So thanks very much for looking in again. If you've liked this video, please think about giving it the thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe and click that little notification bell and I'll send you another video. Oh, and comments are always welcome in the comment section below. I read every single one of them and I'll reply to most.